I'm life and business coach Samantha Sifring, and this is the Online Business Building Mamas podcast, where you learn how to build a wildly successful business from home while raising kids. Hey mamas, welcome to another episode. So before we get into today's topic, I want to share something that I shared a couple weeks ago with my mastermind with all of you. So I recently bought a Peloton tread, and for those who don't know, it's a treadmill, but it has all the Peloton classes on it, and they have all these different runs and yoga and all kinds of stuff. So I have been getting back into running, which any of you who have ever done that know how unpleasant that can be. But it has been so good with these instructors. And I have had a couple different classes recently where after like the big effort, like the big push of running, the instructor says something like, "You always had that in you." And every time I have burst into tears. And I've thought about all of you, and I've thought about me and all of us and our businesses and everything that we've accomplished and everything that we are yet to accomplish and how we have all of it inside of us. I was telling the mastermind how the $700,000 that I've made this year, I have always had that inside of me. Always. And I didn't even know it. And all those times that I felt like I was made for more, I was right. How fun is that? I found that so inspiring. And I want all of you to know that you have it inside of you too, right now. You haven't created it on the outside yet, but you have it inside. I just thought that that was so incredible and moving. And like I said, it has made me tear up every time it's happened in a class. So I wanted to share that you have it inside of you right now, everything that you want to accomplish. Okay, so today I am talking about investing in your business. This is a question I get a lot from clients, and so I thought, hey, I'm just going to turn the mic on and give you all some of my thoughts about investing, how to invest, and how to think about investing in your business, no matter what phase of business that you're in. So when I first started my business, I was what my coach and mentor call an under-investor. So at the very beginning, I didn't invest at all. I talked about that a bit last week on my What's Possible in a Year podcast. But I was really somebody who tried to DIY it. I tried to be thrifty. And here's where that came from. I had this mentality about investing in my business. I actually didn't think of it as investing. I thought of it as spending. And I think it's important that anybody who has a business know that there is a difference between spending and investing. Spending is what we just spend. We just put money out and it's gone. Investing is when we put money out with the expectation to receive money in return. So I could go spend on a new purse, but if I were going to invest, my investments in my business would be in something that I would expect to get a financial return from. So this would also be like if I was going to invest in the stock market, I would expect to get more money out than I put in. If I was going to invest in real estate, I would expect to get more money on the sale than I put in initially. And I really want you to start to see that in your business, there are investments that you make. And since I had that realization, I have started to invest more and more money into my business. I actually invested over $100,000 in 2020 in coaching alone. For me, coaching is always my best investment. I make so much money when I invest in coaching because it grows the quality of my thinking, which creates a situation where I am producing so much more value out in the world, and I'm taking more action, and I'm showing up more consistently and more powerfully and am more compelling to my ideal clients. Coaching is always going to be my top line item for investing for that reason, because I just see the biggest return ever when I invest in coaching in my business. So that's the first thing that I want you to see, that there is a difference between spending and investing. The next thing that I want you to understand is that your comfort level with coaching or with investing in coaching or anything else in your business is really going to come from your belief in the return on investment. So the ROI that you're going to get from that investment. And I think it's really important for any kind of expense that you want to have for your business, that you want to be very clear on the ROI. So initially, when I first started my business, I thought that I was only willing to invest, even though that's not how I was really looking at it, invest the amount of money that I was willing to lose if it didn't work. Now, the amount of money that I invest is completely based on the return on investment that I am certain that I will create. So even if I don't gain anything from whatever it is, the return on investment that I know I'm committed to creating, no matter what, it's a non-negotiable. And this is a huge shift that I went through in my mind. And I want to encourage all of you to start playing with this and experimenting with this as well. And I would be curious how many of you are thinking of things that you want to invest in your business with this lens of, this is how much I'm willing to spend if it doesn't work out at all. And I think that this is really common, but I want to point out that it has you looking at your business as something that is optional. It has you looking at your goals and the success of your business as optional instead of something that you're committed to creating no matter what. It has you thinking of your business as something that you're just going to try and see. Like, we'll see how it works out. I hope it works out. The amount of success that you're going to create from that mindset is going to be so much less than from when you are really committed to making it work. So think about my podcast episode last week where I talked about at the beginning of 2018, it was a turning point in my mind where I really decided I'm going to figure this out no matter what. And then I started investing towards figuring that out no matter what. I really looked at, what do I think I need and how can I get that? And it was I felt like it was a very strategic move to start investing in my business. And as you can see, my results changed so much. I think a lot of that actually came from the mental shift that I had in being willing to invest in my business. It had me taking my business so much more seriously at a different level than I had been before. So I really want to invite all of you who are holding off on investing in your business to really look at this. Like, am I doing this because I don't actually believe that it's going to work? I had a consult about a year ago with a client that I will just keep anonymous for the protection of the innocent. But she came on a consult with me for coaching, and she told me that she wanted to invest the $10,000, which is how much it cost at that time to work with me. But she wanted to wait until after she had a launch the next month. And she was like, I know for sure in my launch, I'm going to make 20,000. It's going to be a 20K launch. And then I'll have the 10,000 for you and it'll all be perfect. And I really asked her how much she believed in the 20K launch. Because if she was 100% in the 20K launch, like, yeah, that's for sure happening, then of course she would invest the 10K now and have coaching support throughout that launch. Like, that's only going to make the launch better. And if she already has belief in the launch, why wouldn't she make that investment now? And it really revealed to her where the cracks were in her belief in that 20K launch. So what she ended up doing was saying yes to me right away after I pointed that out to her, figuring out the money, and then after that, she had a 25K launch right away in her first month working with me because of that decision. So I really want to encourage you to look at it this way. This is really a bet that you're taking on yourself when you invest in things. And I think it is the best bet that you can possibly take. So the lesson that I want you to take from this is your level of comfort, your level of willingness and openness to making investments in your business is really going to reveal what you expect to happen in your business. So if you're hesitant to invest because you're not sure that you're going to make money, it really reveals that you don't believe that you're going to be successful, even if you had whatever that thing is that you want to invest in. And that is the thing that you need to work on. That belief is what you need to work on. Okay, now I want to give you some of my thoughts about how I decide on my investments. Like I said, I went from somebody who was DIY, super thrifty, to somebody who's a really aggressive investor, like more aggressive at investing than most people. These are some of the things that I ask myself when I'm looking at a potential investment. I always ask myself why I want it. I look for what are those honest answers of why I want it. Like a recent investment that I made, I wanted it. I was just like, I just want it. I think it would be more fun to grow my business if I have invested in this. So that is my reason. And for me, at my current phase of business, I was like, heck yeah, that is totally valid. I'm on board with that. What I really wanted to assess was like, do I actually want it, right? So I want you to ask yourself, why do I want it? And for a lot of you, I think you're going to find that you have some fear that you can't do it on your own, or that you don't know enough on your own, or that, if you just learn this shiny object, it's going to be the thing that fixes it all for you. And I think it's just good to have that awareness and really see, where is it coming from? Where is my desire for this thing coming from? Then you want to know, what will I get, or what do I think I'm going to get that I don't have now? You want to be really, really clear on that. Every time I've made an investment, I've really looked at, what am I going to get from this that I don't have right now? And this just kind of slows you down just a little bit. For those of you who are the opposite of me, like I said, I'm the under investor. Some of you are the over investors, where you just buy every shiny object that comes along and you think everything is going to have the answers. These are the questions for you to help you slow down a little bit. What am I going to get that I don't have now? And this isn't to stop you from investing. This is just to show you what your thoughts are. You'll learn so much from these questions. And then finally, if I buy this, what is the ROI that I am committing to? And I think this question is the secret sauce of the fact that I have made my money back from all of my investments of coaching in my business? What is the ROI that I am committing to? I have made my money back times a lot by all of my investments because in advance, I have committed to getting my money back and more. So this is what all of you should be thinking about as you make investments. And for those of you who are about to buy Mama to CEO, or maybe you have already invested in it, I want you really thinking about this. What is the ROI that I am committing to? Because I'm committed as your coach to giving you everything you need to hit your goals in your business and being there to coach you every step of the way, making sure that you have coaching daily, weekly, that you are never left alone and confused. You have everything that you need from me. And the only thing that you need to bring is this. What is the ROI that I am committed to? All right, mamas. I hope that this has given you some food for thought. And for those of you who have been kind of questioning your investments, and I know some of you have been wondering, is Mama to CEO the right investment for me? This should shed some light on that. You are going to get everything that you need to hit your goals in your business from this program. All you need to know is the ROI that you want, and then you can join. So head over to Mama to CEO and let's get coaching. All right, I will see you back here again next week. If you like this podcast, I want to invite you to coach with me over in my program, Mama to CEO. There's you, and there's the consistent income you want to make in your business, and I help you remove everything standing in between. It's lifetime access for mastering your marketing, sales, time, and everything else you need to have the business and life you really want. Whether it's making your first 1,000 or 100,000, I can help you do it. To join, go to mamatoceo.com, mamatoceo.com.